All right, folks, as always, hope you're all well. End of the second week into the third week, 800 miles down. Here's my second little vignette with some reflections. Actually, before we get started, some of you may have noticed we've slowed down a little bit in video production, so we're hoping to get that going again in the next day or so. But just watch this space. Secondly, Paul criticised my first video because the background was just in the RV. There was no there was no scenery. So anyway, most people that know me know how I'm going to respond to that. So enjoy the scenery. All right. So last week, 400 plus miles. We left Washington and Oregon, moved into Idaho, and then latterly we moved into Montana. If I reflect back on that week, we're mostly in Idaho. Look, my overall feeling is just a total contradiction. You've got an absolutely beautiful, stunning scenery, mountains, rivers, lots of life in the rivers, trees, bends, corners. It's absolutely stunning. But to be honest with you, I never once was made to feel welcome by the people there, frankly. In fact, quite the opposite. I had two instances that just summed it up, right? One of the hotels we were staying, well, the guys were staying at, I was staying in the RV. Basically the manager or whatever, he was so rude, kicked us off the property with the RV while I was there waiting to pick the other three up. But it was aggressive with it. It was nasty, aggressive. And then the manager, the owner came later, and he was a little better, but overall, he's just nasty. So that was one instance. Another one, we got the I think it's called Coal Road, where you get these guys in diesel trucks. They slow up right behind you, and then they aggressively accelerate and throwing all the smoke and diesel fumes out onto you. It's just a wall of black smoke. So we had that done to us as well in Idaho. So, overall, I have to be honest, I think Idaho's beautiful, and there's some parts of you say, yeah, great, but I'll not go back there. I really will not go back there the way that I felt we were treated. That was just two examples, but there were others. Anyway, so I was glad to leave Idaho, move into Montana, and frankly, what a difference Montana is. It's different scenery. They've got wide plains, but they've got big mountain ranges in the background, trees, rolling hills. Actually fun to cycle in Montana. So that was really positive. Actually, really it looks a lot like Scotland in many ways, on a much grander and bigger scale, but very, very similar. The only stain I would have, when we put the trip together, we had Lolo Hot Springs as a kind of destination point or a waypoint. And I think we expected that this would be, bubbling pools of water amongst the rocks. It would actually be really cool. Turns out it was two swimming pools, one outdoors, one in a grey breeze block building. Now, the water was naturally sourced from hot springs, but oh my God, it was pretty tacky, to be perfectly honest with you. So that was a real disappointment. I don't know, Paul, myself, we're kind of looking forward to that stop really since we started to put the trip together. Anyway, more to come on Montana, because Montana is a great place over the next few days as we get videos out. On the cycling for me, the thing that as I've looked at the videos, I thought, my gosh, we're going so slowly. And it looks as though we're going slowly, and funnily enough, we are going pretty slowly. And most of that's because it's all uphill. Basically 250 miles uphill or so in Idaho, and as we've moved into Montana, it's more of the same. So it's a little bit of a grind just now, and I can't wait till that changes. I think we're getting better at climbing, but at the end of the day, you still don't go fast. Aches and pains, all the usual expected places. But probably the biggest surprise to me is my energy fluctuations. and it's all driven by fuel. It's all driven by what I eat and drink, to be perfectly honest with you. Take a can of Coke and a bar of chocolate, and I could, next 30 minutes, I'm flying along the road. Of course, 30 minutes later, I basically can hardly turn the pedals over. So getting the right balance of food is going to be a real challenge and something I'm going to have to work out. I'm also finding I have to manage this better as well. My moods fluctuate a bit. Sometimes I'm really happy and elevated, excited, um, and then the next minute I'm a bit frustrated and some of the darkness sets in, if you like. I need to work on that, no doubt. Anyway, lastly, good friend Ian from Edinburgh came over specifically to help us. He's flying back today, so we'll be definitely sad to see him go. And I really can't thank him enough. He's been truly fantastic. I mean, some of the trips here, the rides we've been having, you might go 60, 70 miles. There's not a gas station, there's not a cafe, there's nothing. And so you're really relying on, Ian being there in the RV just to get his water, just to get his food. And he's been fantastic. More importantly, frankly, he's brought a bit of humour. Because some of this stuff is, it's a bit of a grind at times. So having a bit of humour has been really helpful. So can't thank Ian enough. And I know Nigel and Paul feel exactly the same way. And Ian, I'll look forward to seeing you again in Edinburgh in a couple of months. Taking over from Ian is Paul's wife, Susan. So they arrived on Thursday the 2nd. And I say they, because the two kids as well. Nicole and David, and very much looking forward to seeing how they settle in and getting on, and also how I can improve my Spanish, because they all live in Cancun, Mexico, and are Mexicans. So anyway, that's it. Till next time, hopefully you enjoy this little update, and we'll see you all soon. Bye.